Welcome to your favorite news network, the Dusty News Network. You know where Negro news comes first, and I'm so excited to be your host today. Breaking news. Everybody loves going to church. Well, not everybody. A lot of black folks used to like going to church. But hey, after COVID and y'all having so many offerings in the service, brothers and sisters, kind of fell back. And that is kind of what's happening right now with the churches. Like in the city of Sacramento, my mom told me just the other day, it's so bad in Sacramento that a lot of churches are canceling their night services because people are literally coming to the church house to rob you. Gunshots! That's crazy. The devil trying to get you for your offering money. But now, man, it's bad because preachers is not getting the kind of stuff that they need. So maybe they're venturing off into other careers. And that is exactly what is happening with this particular youth pastor. He is a youth pastor, but I guess preaching the honest God's truth is not getting him all the money that he's doing. So he's going to be using another profession to help him out. So guys, we talking about Pastor Stephen Dwayne Johnson. Now, he is a pastor over at the Macedonia 17th Street Baptist Church in Birmingham. Now, when you hear the Macedonia and plus a street in a church, oh, you know that's a church that's hooping and hollering. That's one of them black old school churches, okay? So this brother is supposed to be a solid for the Lord, but he is not. What he is actually doing is that he worked with 7 other females, including somebody underage, and basically he is pimping out teenagers, clapping teen cheeks, and also selling her N-NOOD content. This is the pastor, okay? So basically what was happening, okay? They found the youth pastor lounging on a floor mattress in the master's bedroom. Meanwhile, a teenager from an online ad was also present and identified. Once the investigations pointed to enough evidence involving the teen doing you know what, the police arrested the pastor. He was immediately charged with a 3rd-degree felony for living off the earnings of prostitution. Now, this guy volunteered as a youth pastor and a children's counselor. Okay. Now, according to the young lady's statement, she was 18 minus 6 when she started this. Okay. Using the name Antonia online. Not only this, also had a 27-year-old lady by the name of Antonia Hodges who was doing the same thing. Now, that is so dusty. Like, hold on, man. Like, come on, bro. I get it that, things is rough, but you out here trafficking people and you out here pimping it up. Well, basically, preachers and pimps are the same. But damn, I didn't mean for you to actually go out there and do it, though. That's crazy that you would do that to God's people. But, hey, that's what some people will do. But it's okay because your ass is going to be in jail and somebody is going to basically make a way for your cheeks. Okay, they're gonna make a way, probably up inside them too, since you're over here playing with little, underage people. But listen, man, that Diddy is gonna be so great in there, man. That Diddy doesn't get the oil ready, bro. Lotion them up. Some of these migrants are coming over here and they are doing some very, very heinous crimes. And that's something that we need to try to stop in American society. And now, just talking about that, there was a situation that really happened where a lady had to get out of a situation when a migrant kidnapped her.
Well, a woman dials 911 to order a pizza at 4 a.m. And while it may sound like a mistake, it was not. The victim, who is being held against her will in a field, told dispatchers she was hurt and needed help.
And so, using cell tower technology, Volusia County deputies were not able to find her, but also in the nick of time. Our Lee Peck is in studio with more on this story now, including the dramatic body camera video of the deputies taking the suspect down.
Yeah, an incredible chain of events leading deputies right to the victim, also finding the suspect, a man they say is in this country illegally.
I mean, this is down bad, bro. This is crazy. This is insane. I would have never thought that something like this would actually happen, but of course it did actually happen. And kudos for her for being so smart to get out of the situation and basically find out where she was at. But it's crazy because, you know, this individual is indeed, from what they say, is an illegal immigrant. He's a migrant. He out here just kidnapping whole people, man. This is crazy. So, by the way, I hope y'all don't vote for Kamala because it's gonna be more than that. You ever want to talk to a lady, you was really feeling her, and you know, like she she was like pleasant with you, but she wasn't really feeling you? Like, basically, you guys know, because this is what always happens to y'all anyway. So don't say that this don't happen to you, because it does, right? It never happens to me, but for you, yes. But anyways, let's get back to the story. So it was a young lady a dude was trying to talk to, and she was blowing him off. So one day he said, listen, man, you know, I really want to get to know you. I want to take you shopping. So she replied, right? Now check this out. This is what happened.
Especially these New York men. Let me tell you guys, another time I had like a horrible dating experience real quick before I go back to off break. I had this guy in my DMs for weeks, writing me, never wrote back. So one day he wrote me, he was like, what shoe size you wear? So I'm not gonna lie, that got my attention. Bitch, what you mean what shoe size I wear? What you got for me? So I wrote him, I was like, this is my shoe size. I was like, well, are you asking me because you bored, or you really trying to buy me something? He like, oh, I'm trying to buy you something. So I'm like, okay. He's like, as a matter of fact, I really want to take you shopping. Like, why not? You're beautiful. Like, so I wrote him back. I was like, you capping. He like, what? He's like, we can go tomorrow. Like, what are you talking about? So I'm like, okay. Hang up on you. Call my friend. So I called my friend. I was like, yeah, this guy's over here. Like, he want to take me shopping. Like, I was like, I don't know. Like, you know, like, I've never encountered something like this. Like, this is like, maybe he's not bullshitting because I never brought it up or anything like that. I literally left it as what it was. Like, oh, you're just full of shit. You're BSing. So he's like, nah, like, let's go. So I was like, okay, like, I'm free this day, I'm free on Sunday, blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, cool, bet, let's go. In the morning, text him, good morning. He like, oh, I'm getting up right now. He's like, what are you doing? I was like, I'm getting myself ready to, like, go meet you. He's like, bet. So this time, I didn't tell my friend. The reason why I didn't tell my friend was because, like, I just felt like it was too good to be true. And I'm also telling myself, like, Mona, you're in a public place. What's the worst thing that could happen to you? Then you actually do go shopping with this man, and you might go to lunch or whatever and call it a day. Like, you'll be good. My friends have my location, whatever. So I go into the city. Keep in mind, I did this early in the morning just so I can go take other errands. I had appointments that day just so, like, I didn't, like, know what the circumstances were going to be with this man. Bitch, did they take a motherfucking turn, for real. So he calls me. He's like, yo, where you at? I was like, I'm 20 minutes out. He like, I bet, cool, I'm about to leave. I'm like, okay. But from my end, I can hear cars. I think he was driving. I hear cars. I pay attention to stuff like that, right? So I get there. He told me his ETA. So I wrote him. I was like, hey, I'm here. He goes, I'm on the 3rd floor. I'm like, okay. I go to the 3rd floor. He goes to the 3rd floor. It's women's. So I'm thinking, oh, he's already on the floor to see maybe what store we going to. I get to the 3rd floor. I don't see no one. So I'm like, okay. I call him. He don't answer the phone. So I'm like, okay. Mind you, I had to pee. So I went back downstairs. I was like, you know what? Let me go use the bathroom. I'm going to finish using the bathroom, and I'll figure out where he's at. If anything, he'll come get me at the door. Because, bitch, I'm not about to be waiting on no floor. And you know how these stores are already? Like, when you there as a brown sister, they don't matter how much money you got or what you look like, they always think you're sketchy. They probably think you up to no good. That's how these people are. Like, they profile you. I'm a sales associate myself. I've seen my colleagues do it to other people that look like me. That's what they do in the designer stores. They don't care. So I'm like, okay, let me move from here. Let me go pee. I go downstairs and pee. He texts me. He's like, I'm by men's coat. I was like, it's impossible that you're by men's coat because the floor I was on was strictly women. I was like, you're on this floor. He goes, yeah. So I'm like, okay. So I get out the elevator. I'm on the men's floor now. I'm looking. I still don't see nobody. I'm figuring, like, if you're going to meet me, you're going to be at least by the elevator or something, right? No. So I call him. He's like, where you at? He's like, I'm in the back by men's coat. So I'm walking. I'm seeing Laura Piana. I'm seeing this. I'm seeing Tom Ford. I still don't see nobody. He's like, where exactly are you? I was like, I'm in front of Tom Ford. He's like, I'm going to come get you. I'm like, okay. So I don't know where I left off, but he was like, oh, I'm coming to get you. So I'm feeling a little crazy now because I've been standing in front of Tom Ford for just a bit too long. And the sales associate, they coming up to me like, hey, you need help, da-da-da-da. I'm like, no, I'm good. I'm just waiting for someone or whatever. So, y'all, I was like, you know what, Mona, go downstairs. This man will come get you. Stop standing in front of these people's stuff because you look crazy. You look sketchy as fuck. I was like, I'm a little ashy. I was like, all right, cool. As I'm heading, y'all, to the elevator, I pull out my phone to text him like, yo, I don't know where you at. I don't see you outside or downstairs. Before I pull out my phone to my messages, he texts me. He goes, yo, you really an asshole. Huh? So I'm like, what? I'm like, who are you talking to? Like, I'm so confused. He was like, yeah, fuck you, thought. He goes, I hate bitches like you. Always want something for like. He goes, no, always wanting something for nothing ass bitches. Like, I don't like bitches like you. Going off. I'm like, have a good day, sir. Have a good day. Like, you're fucking insane. You thought you ate. You thought you lowered me into a store, a department store, and you thought you made me look crazy? I don't look crazy. I don't. I'm sorry. You look crazy because it just taught me one thing. You have nothing really going for yourself. You're bored as hell, and you know how to approach women is with money because you have nothing else to really show for it, or like you're literally like you thought you ate, and then the whole day, y'all, as I'm leaving, he kept chastising me, like writing me crying emojis, like wham 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 wham. I'm like,
so you guys heard that, right? That's petty, but man, that's revenge. Like, I don't even know what to say about that, but that's crazy. I bet you won't do that no more. Now, for me, I wouldn't do that because, again, man, you know, if you get shot down, you just get shot down, and it's kind of how life works. But for you, this is wild, man. Like, how you do that there for real? Like, man, I feel bad for you, boo. Damn, you thought you was gonna really get over, huh? You thought you was about to get over. No. You don't go, girl. So guys, I had a really great show today. You know what I'm saying? I got the pastor out here who is Pastor Pimp over at St. Traffic a Chick Baptist Church. Okay, so we dealing over there with Rev. We got the migrant who basically kidnapping people, and the girl got to pretend to call to the police to order a pizza. Then you have this chick out here who basically thought she was going to use this dude's money and then got ghosted. Who was the dustiest person of the day? Jeopardy music! Drum roll, please. It's the pastor, man. I gotta get on you, man. First of all, why are you out here preaching the word of God? And then you're trafficking at the same time. Like, we don't know that's you, Rev. Let me tell you a story, man. I was working at Albertsons on Marconi. It was Lucky's. You guys remember that store, right? So the issue that I had was I was a courtesy clerk. When I was there was a famous pastor that lived in the community. Basically, he was known for being a booty clapper. He was clapping cheeks all through Del Paso Heights. He'd be in his Lexus till like 2 and 3 in the morning. He's the pastor that came from Oakland. He was in SAC, right? He was in the Heights. I won't call his name. And he didn't know that I worked there. So he came through around like 9 or 10. His wife had left him because of his cheating. So he had like 3 bottles of wine. So when he comes into my aisle, when I'm the courtesy clerk, he look at me real scary like. And yeah, you should have looked at me real scary, because I was gonna get on my phone and call my grandma and tell them what I saw your ass doing, which is what I told everybody in the Heights. Because everybody see you when you a preacher, so they know what you're doing. So I don't know how you think you're gonna live this double life, Negro, when you out there doing the most. Throw that dust on him. It's over for him. So guys, that's my time, man. It's your boy O'Shea Duke Jackson. Check me out at facebook.com/O'Shea Duke Jackson 2. I'll have more stories over there. Just really appreciating being over here and doing my part and all that. Let's keep it going. Peace.